What do you think? It looks gorgeous. What do you think? You okay for it? The MX-5 and CX-3 are opposite end of the spectrum in terms of the form language and purpose and functionality. Yet, as you can see, the strong coder design influence are evident in each vehicle. Here to discuss the design of the new CX-3 in greater detail is the Director of Design, Mazda Motor Europe, Kevin Rice. What's your turn?
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Maeda-san. Now, this is an entirely new product in an entirely new segment. So it means there's no established look to fall back on or to refer to. It means we're breaking new ground, creating a new aesthetic, not just for Mazda, but for this new emerging segment as well. Now, looking at the two cars up on stage, I don't think you can have two more dissimilar vehicles than the new CX-3 and the MX-5. Yet I think you'll see that a common design philosophy is quite evident. With the CX-3, we had larger volumes and surfaces to contend with, but still needed to convey a sense of athletic grace and energy. We wanted the design to describe an agile, nimble vehicle that was perfect for crowded urban environments as well as weekend adventures in wide open spaces. Now please notice how the long hood and cab rearward design move much of the volume towards the rear of the vehicle, creating that sense of pent-up energy about to spring forward. Now the wheels, all four extreme corners of the car, which obviously helps the packaging, but not only that, it gives the CX-3 a planted look. As with the MX-5, we create sheer through the design of the front fender, the rear fender, and then release that energy again in the door area. But what's so unique about this car is that because we have so much volume here in the middle of the vehicle, we've been able to create this striking intersection, or what we call a twist transition, to give feeling of dynamic vitality and energy. But it's not just any old line applied to a surface. That would be the normal way most car companies would treat a car design. But it's rather actually the junction where the complete front and the rear volumes actually connect. Now, as Derek mentioned earlier, we go to great lengths to control the flow of light across the vehicle through the contours of the panels. In the case of the CX-3, this light pulls the eye way back, giving a feeling of power over the rear wheels and then accelerating the car forward, like we explained earlier. Now, this really works especially because we made this choice to fuse the two volumes exactly along this line. Now, I admit, these are all nuances that are only important in that they all contribute to the overall visual impact and impression of the vehicle, but we wanted to impress upon you the incredible attention to detail we apply to literally every inch of a vehicle. It allows us to create a design that makes a powerful statement about the Mazda brand as well as the vehicle itself. In this case, our unique Kodo design philosophy has allowed us to create a truly unique form of crossover expression. Now we're getting to that point in the evening where we're ready to wrap things up. But before we do that, I'd like to ask you if you'd all be so kind up on stage one more time, Derek and Maeda-san. Many thanks.
Nice job. Okay, so I hope that after all that you've seen and heard, you can understand that a lot goes into translating Kodo design into our vehicles. Extensive experiments and studies, and of course countless drawings and sketches, and a lot of clay modeling, and much, much more. But I know I speak for all of us here on stage when I say this is our passion. It's our labor of love, and it's an honor and a privilege to be involved in the design process to create these cars. It is an incredibly exciting time at Mazda, and we believe that this latest generation of vehicles is more distinctive, more sophisticated, more aspirational than ever before in its history. And working with Mazda's global design team, we continue to evolve and define the look of this brand. Speaking of our global design team, I'd like to ask two additional very talented gentlemen to join us here on stage. The lead designer of the MX-5 interior, Julian Montese. Julian? Thanks, bud. If you haven't seen the interior, please take a look. And the very, very talented lead designer for the CX-3, Matsuda-san, all the way from Hiroshima, Japan. Okay, I think it's fair to say that Mazda is on a serious roll here. So tomorrow, please be sure to stop by the Mazda press conference at 10:30, where in addition to the MX-5 and the CX-3, we will also be unveiling thoroughly refreshed CX-5 and Mazda 6. Now, feel free to join us here on stage, take a closer look, check out the interiors. We're here to answer any questions. Have another drink, and please enjoy the night, guys. Thank you.
The camera, virtually unchanged for 100 years, until technology made it more efficient, when one man created the digital camera. Mazda made the CUV more efficient with SkyActiv technology.
This is a pirate transmission from District 13.
Hang on, Peter. We're still here.